All right, Dunning-Kruger effect. And I keep forgetting to change the title up here. Let me do this quickly. Cool. Dunning-Kruger effect. So before I start this one, let's get a definition. What is Dunning-Kruger effect? In case you don't know. Dunning-Kruger effect is it's a cognitive bias that we all have. And essentially it is where we overvalue our competence in the short term, undervalue our competence in the midterm, and we continue to undervalue our competence in the longer term, but we slowly bridge the confidence gap back to reality. So whenever you learn a new skill or a new hobby or whatever it is, let's say it's surfing or basketball or investing or anything, we have ignorance around how good we are or how quick we can get good at that particular skill. And eventually we get to this point, this peak of ignorance at the start of our journey where we are most confident and we have the least amount of knowledge. But we get humbled in one form or another. So in surfing, you almost drown trying to surf a big wave that you can't surf. In investing, you just lose a fuck ton of money. In soccer, you get, a ball to the face. In dancing, you fall over. You get humbled. And this humbling process makes you smarter, but it massively kills your confidence. And eventually you hit a low point where you've got no confidence, but you're getting better and better. And if you continue to do the thing that you've been, spending your time on, then you bridge the confidence gap and your confidence comes up as your knowledge comes up and you become an expert. And this was so true for my crypto journey. I remember when I got into crypto in like 2017, 2018, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to be good at this. I'm going to make money. I'm going to be the guy that, makes money in his first market cycle. I'm just going to double my money every year. Why the fuck did I think I could do that? Like, it's so dumb. Like, I had no experience in markets. Why would I be able to double my money? Just super naive 18-year-old shit, like that I was saying. Clearly ignorant and naive. So you watching this video, I don't know where you are in the market cycle. I don't know where you are in terms of how much of the market you've experienced. I don't know when you got into crypto, but let's assume that this is your first bull run. You have to go through this period. And what tends to happen is if we overlay this cognitive bias over, a crypto sort of journey, the first bull run is this rise in confidence where you become really, really confident in your first bull run because you're making money and you think you're a genius. But then the bear market comes, you never take profit and you lose a bunch of money and you get humbled, right? This is your first bear market. But then when you enter your second market cycle, so this is about 3 to 4 years into your time in the market, you actually get really good at investing, good enough where you're actually making money. And when you make money in this second part of the market, it gives you confidence. And you've reached a point now where you've experienced the full market cycle. You've made every mistake that you could make. It's just a matter of not making the same mistake twice. So that's how it works. Now, because this is how we operate as humans, I would say 95% of investors don't make money in their first market cycle. So I've spoken to hundreds of investors, and there is probably close to zero maybe not zero, but I've heard of a few, but very, very minimal amount of people I've spoken to who said, yep, I made money in my first market cycle. It's definitely possible, but what every single investor did have is at least at one point, they lost a lot of money. At one point, they paid a massive tuition fee to the market in the form of lost time and lost money. Now, some of them, very few of them, made back the loss in their first market cycle. But 95% of investors paid a big fee in the form of a tuition, and they never made back their tuition fee until it was the next market cycle. So if you want to be the 5% of investors who make money in their first market cycle, then you can reduce your chances of fucking up by doing these things. So you need one way you can do it is you work alongside a pro to speed run the learning process. And also, this pro is going to hold you accountable. So when we get to the end of the bull run, that is where most people pay their tuition fee, in the form of never taking profit and just prices going down 90%. If you work alongside a pro who knows when to sell, he is going to be able to hold you accountable and say, hey, we're at near the end of the bull run, I'm selling. You can stay in the market if you want, but I'm out. If you want to follow the pro, copy me. And that gives you a much higher chance, not a guarantee, but a much higher chance that you end up taking profit and keeping the money that you've made, right? So that's one way. Another way is you follow proven strategies and you stick to them. So most people in their first market cycle, they're running around like headless chickens, buying a bunch of coins, fucking gambling, leverage trading, etc. They don't have any edge. But if you can purchase or get access to an edge from someone that's been implementing it, that is already making money from it, and you stick to it, then you're massively increasing your chances of coming out ahead. Another one is just investing early in the bull run and exiting, towards the end of the bull. And the idea is you want to still keep some money in crypto, because if you try to buy low, sell high at the end of the bull run, take all your money out, you're never going to pay that tuition fee that you need to pay to the market. And you always pay a tuition fee. And the key with paying the tuition fee is you want to do it as early and as cheap as possible. And most people have the least amount of money when they first start investing. That is when it is the cheapest for you to pay the tuition fee. So if you're trying to not make a big loss and you're trying to just only make money, you might be able to be successful for 1 to 3 years. But eventually a time is going to come where you must pay your tuition fee. And if you pay your tuition fee later on when you've made a bunch more money, significantly larger than what it was going to be if you paid it when you should have, which was at the start of your investing journey. When I invested for my first 3 years, never had more than about $10,000 to my name. And I lost 90% of that during the bear market of 2018 and 2019. So I learned every single lesson when I was broke, so I only had to lose about 10K to pay my tuition fee. Let's say I never lost money, and now I've got, millions of dollars, and I still have to pay that tuition fee. I'm going to be paying a fat tuition fee, more than any college in America would be trying to get out of me. So yeah, you want to pay it early and cheap. Okay? Everyone pays a tuition fee. We just talked about that. You have to be comfortable with that reality. You will lose a lot of money, if not all your money, multiple times. Yeah, let me repeat that again. That's a good line. You will lose all your money. You'll probably lose all of it, and you will probably lose all of it multiple times. So you have to be comfortable with that reality, okay? A lot of you just can't see that the fire will burn you. You have to touch it with your finger. You can't just go, the fire's hot, I'm not going to touch it. You have to fucking touch the fire, of course. You can't just not touch it. That's a lot of you guys. You're going to have to do leverage trading, get liquidated multiple times, realize that you're a gambler, go broke, go homeless. Some people have to have the most fucked things happen to them for them to learn the lesson of what not to do. Right? I have a friend, he never learns his lesson, but he does when things go absolutely horribly wrong. He has to just have life go absolutely completely chaotic for him to learn a lesson. If it didn't completely destroy his life, he would not learn the lesson. It's super weird. A lot of people have it. So never invest more than you're willing to lose, especially in your first market cycle. If this is your first market cycle, you're probably here, right? If it's in the bull run, you're probably here. So when I say don't invest more than you're willing to lose, it's because you're here and you haven't done this yet. So if you invest a bunch of money, you're going to lose it all going down to this level, okay? So if it's your second market cycle, go for it. But first one, be very careful. Don't go in heavy. And last but not least, make sure you actually learn from your mistakes. So the key that you need to do with investing is you need to make every mistake possible during your first market cycle of 3 to 4 years. And then once you've made every mistake, you then know what not to do. And the goal is that for the second, third, fourth, fifth, 10th, 20th market cycle that you experience in your life, you've already made the mistakes. You don't need to make them again. So you're able to now make money from investing. And you take money from people who have not yet paid their tuition fee. So you pay one tuition fee to the market and you receive back, hopefully, multiple tuition fees in the form of profit by taking other people's. Okay? Now, that is the end of the video. Dunning-Kruger effect. To summarize, you are... what I want you to do if you're watching this is I want you to plot where you are right now. Where do you think you are on this chart? And then once you know where you are, start to think ahead about what mental preparation, mindset preparation you're going to need to do to handle that next stage. So let's say you're here, you have to be ready to get more cocky. And when you get more cocky, you need to invest with less money so that when you do have the crash, you're not losing your entire fucking net worth, sending yourself homeless. Okay? So that's the end of the video. I'll see you in the next part of the course. Cheers.